welcome to the Tuesday edition of Talking Football, and today we take a look at the Premier League and the French League. With me here to do it, our football analyst Yoav Borowitz and I24 News Michael Friedman, who takes a look at the reaction from the global press. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Chelsea once again opens the gap in the Premier League, while their next rivals in the Champions League, Paris Saint-Germain, lose ground in France. Should Laurent Blanc worry for his position at the Parisian club? All this and much more coming up. Let's get started. We begin with the Premier League and with Chelsea, who once again open a gap at the top. The Blues had an 8-point lead over Manchester City just a few weeks ago, but step by step the citizens caught up. This weekend, Chelsea beat Newcastle 2-0 at home. Oscar gave them the lead just before halftime and set up Diego Costa for the second. Chelsea wins the match 2-0. After taking care of business, the Blues got some good news from Goodison Park. Manchester City dropped 2 precious points against Everton. The citizens were first to score through Fernandinho, but soon enough, Naismith got the equalizer for the home team. 1-1 was the final score, and City manager Manuel Pellegrini knows that as this game evolved, it's not such a bad result.
Always Everton in Goodison Park is a difficult team. I think that last year was the first time that Manchester City won in the last 5 times. So if you tell me before the game you are happy with the draw, if the whole game was exactly as was in the second half, maybe it was a good draw.
So Yoav, this was a better day for Chelsea, but as it seems we're more than halfway through. These two will run neck and neck all the way to the end because both will still lose points along the way.
True, and Manchester United lost to Southampton, so it became a 2-team race. Chelsea not playing great, but they're capable to get a win. City going to Everton, it's a tough match. Everton are a talented team, not doing so well this season, but they have a lot of good players. It was a good match. City could have won it. They got the lead, but then Naismith equalized. So I think Aguero came back, and without Aguero, City were able to win a lot of games.
They caught up with Chelsea basically all the time without Kun Aguero.
Without Kun Aguero, and Dzeko has been injured for a long time, and Jovetic was injured for many games. So really playing without natural strikers and still being able to close the gap and playing well, because we know City, they're a very attacking-minded team. They have great midfielders, especially in David Silva and Yaya Touré. They have very good players on the flanks. Sabaleta, just a lot of Kolarov, a lot of good players, a very good coach. But now Chelsea again have the lead. Chelsea with all their superstars, Diego Costa coming back scoring, Oscar scoring. We know Cesc with all of his assists, Drogba coming off the bench, Eden Hazard, of course, the most brilliant player on the team. So just going to be a very fascinating race between those two teams. But in the Premier League, when only 2 teams compete for the championship, that's a bit sad, I think.
Obviously, not looking like the incredible race we had last season. Michael, what is the press thinking about this 2-head race coming on in England?
The press believes it's a 2-horse race currently, with the top 2 sides being Manchester City and Chelsea. ABC News said Manchester City held by Everton as Chelsea kicks ahead in Premier League title race. Chelsea reasserted themselves with this. They had an important win, and unfortunately for City, this was an opportunity for them to stay level with Chelsea. But ultimately, these 2 teams are going to go back and forth. The press knows that it's very, very much a long season. There's much to come, and there's also a lot of questions that can be asked to City. How they dropped that. They came, into this game knowing that it was important to stay, and Chelsea and the 2 are going to be exciting to see game in game.
And they held the lead and they lost it. And in other results from the Premier League, Southampton beat Manchester United 1-0 in a very poor match. The goal was the only shot on target for both teams, and the Saints win in Old Trafford for the first time since 1988. Liverpool wins in Sunderland, and Arsenal easily beat Stoke City 3-0 in the Emirates Stadium. And after this weekend's result, this is what the top looks like. Chelsea now holds a 2-point lead. The Blues are first with 49 points, followed by Manchester City with 47. Southampton are now back to third. The Saints have 39 points, 2 more than Manchester United at fourth. Arsenal closed the top 5 list with 36. on to a different subject. The elections for FIFA president will be held this coming May. Up until now, there was only one candidate brave enough to say he will challenge the leadership of Sepp Blatter. Now there's another one. Jordan's Prince Ali bin Al Hussein, vice president of FIFA, added his name to the list. He joins former FIFA executive Jérôme Champagne, who already presented his candidacy. Lise Barenbaum and Michael Friedman take a look at the new contender.
With the upcoming FIFA elections, new candidates are emerging. Current Vice President of FIFA, Prince Ali bin Al Hussein of Jordan, have announced his intention to become the future president, a surprise for the current head, Sepp Blatter, and French, Jérôme Champagne. FIFA has to improve their internal problems in the interest of football. Despite many upset with Blatter, the 78-year-old Swiss is seeking a fifth term amid being accused of corruption.
It's your decision to do so. But I can tell you, I am ready to accompany you in the future for the game for the world. But it's your decision, Congress, if you want to go with me.
All of Blatter's challengers want further transparency. Jérôme Champagne, Deputy Secretary General of the organization, is vying for the presidency and seeks to bring a clarity to FIFA.
It is about evolution for what needs imperatively to be changed in the future and about continuity for what has been done correctly in the past. So let's wait for the release of the other alleged candidates' programs and let's start the democratic and fair debate that I have been calling upon since the first day of my campaign on 20th January 2014.
The expected reforms aimed to change FIFA is particularly on the issues over the upcoming 2018 and 2022 World Cups in Qatar and Russia. The resignation of Michael Garcia also made headlines in the football world and relaunched the debate over the mighty Blatter.
Well, a lot of UEFA members were not happy about that. 4 years ago, Mr. Blatter said that this was the last term, and suddenly he's standing again. And I think a lot of UEFA members feel that that FIFA has a bad reputation, and that as a result, something needs to be done about that, and it's hard to do that.
The UEFA president, Michel Platini, was said to be the only one to truly threaten Blatter in this election, but he announced on August 28th that he will not run, as he prefers to stand for a third term as head of UEFA.
We all want a course that works better for FIFA, a FIFA more transparent, more united, and especially a FIFA more respected by lovers of football. I will do my best to keep it at my level. But today you understand what interests me is only UEFA.
But Platini knows Al Hussein well. In a statement, the president of UEFA has evoked the admiration he has for the Jordanian, and the prince may be a helpful tool for Platini at FIFA in the future. There are no scandals surrounding the Jordanian, who has been with FIFA since 2011. He was not involved in the voting of the 2018 and 2022 World Cups. In recent weeks, Al Hussein even campaigned for the full publication of the Garcia report. Trained in the best schools in the world, he has been a representative for FIFA in Asia. He has gained many supporters by the Asian Confederation, a candidate who takes the role of football very seriously.
In Asia today, our football reality constitutes many challenges, but also presents positive opportunities for growth and development.
The FIFA presidential election will be held on May 29th. Candidates have until January 29th to make their bid. If Blatter is in good position for this re-election, the Jordanian prince is even looking ahead at the 2019 elections.
Okay, Yoav, so we know that if it were up to the fans, anyone standing against Blatter would win. But he knows exactly what it takes to have the votes of the people that count, those who vote. You need to take the World Cup to Qatar, you take it, get the Asian vote. You need to change the qualification, you do it, get the African vote. Anyone really stands a chance against this guy?
We don't have polls on these elections, so it's hard to tell in advance. But on the surface, it seems that Blatter still is strong with the inner politics, inside FIFA, as you said, a very political, some might say even, corrupt system, because we heard of a lot of things in the last few years. But Blatter is 79 years old. Prince Al Hussein, the Jordanian prince, is only 39 years old. So there's a 40-year gap between those two. He brings maybe something new. There's the French Champagne, Mr. Champagne, who runs on the anti-corruption Bill. So it's going to be interesting, but Seb Blatter has been ruling the world of football for too many years, I think. We should have something new. I don't know if the other candidates will bring what football needs to get, because we need to modernize football. We need to bring technology into the game. We need to bring transparency into the game. We need to bring competition into the game. We need to unify a lot of leagues. We need to bring a lot of new regulation for professional football. A lot to be done in the game.
Absolutely.
A lot of things that Seb Blatter was not doing enough of.
Absolutely, and the elections are May 29th. We'll surely follow that. And now it's time for the French League. Les Championnats returned from the winter break only to see the leaders lose. Marseille traveled to Montpellier and the home team took the lead as Kevin Brigaud scored in the first half. Paul Lasnais added one more after the break. The team from the southern coast did get one back, but it was not enough. Montpellier wins 2-1, and it could have been the perfect setting for Paris Saint-Germain to climb to first place for the first time this season. After 20 minutes in Bastia, it looked as if PSG would seize the opportunity. They were already 2-0 up after goals by Lucas Moura and Adrien Barriou, but they simply stopped playing and the team from Corsica simply took over. By halftime, it was already 2-2 and Bastia continued to dominate after the break. Julian Palmieri scored twice to make it 4-2. PSG is now down to 4th in the league, with many wondering if Laurent Blanc is still the man to take charge of this team. We spoke of Paris Saint-Germain as clear favorites to win the championship. We mentioned Marseille as a surprising team of the season. Now it seems we should consider another team as potential champions. It wasn't such a long time ago when this was unthinkable. After all, Lyon lost 3 of their first 4 matches, but they just haven't stopped winning since then. After seeing their rivals at the top lose, they made sure not to miss on the golden opportunity. Lyon beat Toulouse 3-0. Alexandre Lacazette scored twice in the first half, making it 19 goals this season, an average of almost 1 per match. Nabil Fekir added 1 more after the break. 20 matches are gone, 18 are left, and this is what the top looks like. Lyon are the new leaders with 42 points, 1 more than Marseille, who are down to second. At third place, we found Saint-Etienne, who beat Reims 2-1 this weekend. And only then comes PSG with 38 points. You have both leaders lost here, Marseille and PSG. Same thing happened in Spain last week. Barcelona and Real Madrid lost. Is the winter break breaking their tempo? Because all these teams looked quite good before the break. They come in, they lose their first match.
First of all, I think you're right. It breaks the tempo. Another thing that happens is that a lot of stars go to their vacations, they go to their publicity tours. They don't really concentrate on being professional and playing the game. And they come back. We know with Messi and Neymar coming back late to Barca losing to Sociedad. Seeing it happen in France again. So yeah, I think this break doesn't influence in the best possible way the best teams.
And now Lyon and Marseille, obviously a big story, but the biggest story is PSG. They are now down to 4th. They have 3 teams to catch up if they want to be champions. And they face Chelsea next month, which all the other teams don't. So yes, they have a bigger squad, but they're in problems, and we know Cavani is not very happy. Big problem for them.
Yeah, bad news for PSG, good news for French soccer fans, because we have a very, very dramatic table. And in the standings, seeing, Lyon with Alexandre Lacazette having a tremendous season, and Marseille, second place, Saint-Etienne being a surprise. So over there, Saint-Germain, with all their money, their budget is so much greater than the other teams, still being 4th. Laurent Blanc should be very, very careful because he might be losing his job soon. As you said, Cavani is not happy alongside Ibrahimovic. It seems those two don't really coexist in the best possible way. So a lot of problems for PSG. They have a lot of good players, but still they need to beat some other teams and to start winning to get to the top spot.
And Michael, the French League may not be considered as the strongest in Europe, but as you have said, certainly the most dramatic. 4 teams in the top, a great, great race.
SB Nation's headlines read, "Why you should watch League One, potentially Europe's most interesting league." Although they might, lack the star power that La Liga has, or the scoring that comes in the Bundesliga, or the pace of the Premier League, they have an incredible title race, probably the best of the 5 major leagues. The press are saying there's no clear favorites. The table is tight. The players, like Lacazette and Gignac, they seem to be, enjoying soaring as they will, grow as well. PSG was the clear favorites going into the season. So now it seems as if anyone can win. The title race is wide open, and it's going to be a very excited road ahead.
Absolutely, surely one to watch, and we'll do this here in Talking Football. Michael Friedman, Yoav Borowitz, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that's it for Talking Football this week. We'll be back tomorrow with our daily magazine. Thank you for watching and have a great day.